He's found the gap. He did the same thing yesterday. You take your big car race. You make sure it's in the gap in case it can get it all the way.
Problem zero for Sakana Raza. I think his ongoing focus is reluctant to come on himself after the power play. Shankish, he took the lighting turn. When they started with 3 because 4 balls. Let's need over impact. Finish it now. The short side is to the leg side. This one. It's all the carnage. That's an outstanding over from Wesley Madavere. Small of it. And yeah, 82 for 1.
Any intensity so far. Responding nicely, that's fine. They pick the gaps, the spinners, and the shot selection. And for me, it's concern from the Indian.
I can't enter this coffin, but Yasuke can.
Yes. Twice in the series to the same holder, but the others have been sent with.
Fantastic respect. And the way it been on the end of pressure.
Any sort of like the amount of glory they find, get involved into the block for right better.
some deliveries where they're playing the percentage game will be very, very much going off the ball. Look at those quotations now.
Level Surivanchi on 29. Gets it back down to the left, and there's a missed start on it. To try to target the shot side. Also, plays a pretty good place.
What it is today is an indication of the slowness on the surface. Waiting to back and trying to this is where they will go that day.
Variation also, because when you look at the way the ball has been structured, there have been a couple which have been in the 90s, 15 number 2 for Mehmet Surivanchi in his T20 career, 15 number 2 in this series. And everyone here, especially the Indian diaspora, are extremely delighted.
Yeah, everybody that's come up to see it there, the sea of blue way to our left, and in the stands, we're getting again a little bit of history here for Surivanchi, who will be second 50 in this T20 International Series.
When you're a young man, you're 15 years old, anything you do becomes a record. The only cricketer to smash 2 international T20 50s at the age of 15. Forward down. In the halfway stage of his first innings, the 10-01 mark, the umpires have called for fixes.
We'll see something here.
Besides the park here, we're working on the Shimosada Kofun, and it's probably the last tomb that you will do. And I think I'll pull up the map to make sure we're all on the same page here. But this one is kind of confusing. It's easy to get lost. And I'm going to show you how to quickly get through this Kofun, get to the end, get the legendary chest. So you must be playing as Yasuke. There's a bunch of crates that we're going to have to move. And once you move this crate to the side, we're going to go down into the first chamber. It is an interesting design choice, isn't it? That it did not include maps for the tombs. You kind of have to navigate it in your head. And I'll be honest, in this first chamber, I got lost for a little bit. I was stuck trying to figure out where to go. If you got stuck too, don't feel bad. Now you can see through this crack, there is the legendary chest. So they're teasing us right at it. That's okay. We're going to go back into that first chamber. I like to light candles sometimes, just because if you get lost, it's kind of a marker so you know if you've already been there. No.
Well, I have to date it.
India seen pretty quickly here in this third and final T20 international here at the Harare Sports Club. The half stage of the just knocks down the second T20 international half century. Some fine hits as we have come to expect from the young man. Some powerful hits, especially that big six of Blessing Ozarbani. And every now and then, he does show us that he's got climbing as well.
The chink in the armor is we look at his weapon, we look at those big sixes for the leg side, maybe areas. Then we're probably saying down the ground to the old side, not as much, but we've seen in previous games how dangerous changes the issue there.
What's also good to see from a young man is after Kyle Jameson won that foolish delivery in the IPL game, he knows that bowlers are going to target him that way. Oh, Bowden immediately after the break, it's Sikandar Raza who brings himself on and breaks the partnership. And it's the highest run getter of the series so far, Ishan Kishan, who's on his way back.
And the skipper brings himself on straight after the drinks break. Down the wicket, I think he gets himself into a little bit of a tangle. Raza follows him. And it hits the top of leg stump. An important breakthrough straight after a little bit of a break with the drinks. Ishan Kishan goes for 29. It's 95 for 2.
Yeah, the skipper's here. At the back of that wicket, Ishan Kishan. Just taking some turn there. Shreyas Iyer is on the way.
Straight after the drinks break, comes down the wicket. Look at the adjustment. No hitting zone. In between bat and pad, there goes one to leg stump. Nicely bowled.
He has taken the mantle upon himself. Last 2 games, first over against 2 fiery batters. And he's gone for runs. I don't know whether that affects his effectiveness in the middle overs because he is somebody who can control that run rate when he goes in the middle. Yes, it's a big ask. It's a big responsibility. I'm very happy that he took the ball that was bought by him yesterday. And after went to that many. So again, the right ploy to do it today.
Yeah, well, 2 left-handed at the crease. And I think you actually put it up yesterday in terms of maybe taking pace off and also the conditions. But more importantly, where does it start so that you protect that final over? But more importantly, is that responsibility. And that's where Sikandar Raza does really try. There's got a lot of variation as well.
Tries to catch it, and it's in the game.
I think it hits the lower part of the bat, and Sikandar Raza just holds his head. I think that was slightly thrown through the head. And no timing. Yeah, just off the toe end of the bat.
In fact, 101 in the top level.
Oh.
They did yesterday. Taking 3 extra deliveries to get to 100.
Coffin's absent.
Do I maybe bring myself get a wicket inside the power leg, 2 left hand, please? Then you also think if you've got minutes in my area, maybe to go to the middle
So, but the second pressure war is not practice. We've been targeted by a plethora of left-handers in the squad for India. Next up.
Tough start to his captaincy career, but Spinners, the series, a degree of turn where ability really played. They found him in down the ground. That's been absolutely drilled by Suryavanshi.
Smokes down the ground. I never knew that he's got this wrong. He's missed his line, he's missed his leg. Have a look at this power.
Did you see that in the background? Or in fact, on the left of your screen, Srigan Sayer was ducking for cover.
No one is there.
Trying to take it wider. Only ends up going for another full reverse sweep, this time in action for the left-hander.
As I said, the range that he has around the cricket field is daunting for any bowling attack. Now he can play shots like this as well with the power. The field is always being tested. The bowlers are always being tested. It's such a difficult thing to try and keep him quiet.
Lovely timing to the onside. Had to reach for it. 12 of the over. 1 3 for 2.
Wait, did I come back? Ah, I came back.
Yesterday, looking for something horrendous. Looked at the wickets in hand and Suryavanshi well set. This could be at 164. That can change. Mistake done, but the very sense is going to continue. Defense about we've done well to go over plan. Try and react to the state of the game. But I'm not sure. Managed to keep things relatively quiet. Get back to the wicket of Ishan Kishan as well as still on the warriors right feet.
Afternoon, once again, Ronak. And I think the surface will support the slow bowlers, which we used yesterday. We would have got not much, so the dry surface that we've had
Phenomenal. Just cannot describe the quality of that shot. It is from the highest order. Suryavanshi, sumptuous.
Now, Raza here had almost outdone it. He's held it back just a little bit, but he's realised that Suryavanshi, and that's why he's got the conventional stroke. 102 metres. What a player this young man is.
Doesn't even need force. Just a normal shot for him. You get one of Angara in the first T20 and it's not that big a shot in the series. It's just checks there. It's got 102 metres. It's mind-blowing. Greg Grass has a response.
This is
clear. Silence for the turn.
Jimmy makes the shot. Much better. He saved this. I think that's a huge share. Henry said he can put the whole ground. Love to see Zimbabwe get some wickets, but it's fun watching the 15-year-old bat.
It's gone a long way there. All the VIP and the players seem to be brilliant.
26. It's out of the order with dead. Take that, Raza. 1, 2, 3. Safe to say, Michael Suleimanchi enjoys the Harare Sports Club. Scored 300 in the finals of the ICC Under-19 Men's World Cup. Big 550 in the semis, and then they group games in Mobile earlier this year. It's in about 2 half centuries.
Have a look at the stroke stage play today. Power, precision,
Good swim. Down by holding in the top button. And you'll find an injury maker to slide through this bar. All the way to the end, you should find some stairs that spin up, and then will spin us out into another pool. So let's go ahead and head down here, and in this chamber, you'll notice that one of the entryways is blocked, and then the other one, there is down to the lower entrance, but you can't get into that creek again. There is an explicit block to it, and that explicit block this here in such a way. Toss it, and let's go ahead and shape it in whatever version of and that'll help us make some sense. You're gonna see that there's a little water, so let's go ahead and swim beat up this water. And it's easy to get swim across here on the left. You'll see that there's an entryway. Let's swim through this corridor. And you know, I'm kind of curious what you guys think of this game so far.
Venturing.
If you're like nearing the end, I'm curious which character you kind of
Venture the two.
I mean, when I take you, I mean, I've played with Yasuki quite a bit. I like him more than I thought I would. And I particularly appreciate the blue styles. Because it's kind of nice that you can just kind of bull rush through people and smash things around. Okay, so when we get to this part, you will see that there is a crack, and you can see an explosive punch. Go ahead and shoot that pellet. And what that's going to do is that's going to open up the entryway for us. So let's go over to the entryway here.
Executes quite well.
And then we're going to work our way down.
I don't sure it's going to fly its human with that
spotty space here. We're going to crawl through it.
Otherwise, it's been in good form. It's
Approach.
return to the side and disappointment to sketch.
Notice in this area you can actually refill your projectile, so it's a good idea to do that. But here are the crates that we saw earlier that we could not move, so it's going to move these out of the way. And the reason why I find it is that's also pot that's on the other side to clear the recovery. So that's the experiment.
That area yesterday.
It's exhausting the choices that place. It's not this obviously exploded so Now Brandon is furious. Huge sign of exasperation of why I'm only going to go for it. I think it was not going to carry. He bailed out in time. Decided to save the mountain because Evans is not happy.
I think he's made the right decision. In fact, he has. He didn't get himself in a position to be able to take that catch.
taken the option to stop the boundary. 129.
Coverage through this D28 series on Sport TV and Zimbabwe and Sub-Saharan Africa, and Gordon and Cricket Sports Network and various other parts of the world. It's a great place to watch cricket. So shout to cricket under the sun so much at T20 international cricket, especially when India plays up the lights. Stopping down. Coming over 6 again. Doesn't matter how big the boundaries are, 15-year-old knows how to clear them.
He's at it again. Suryavanshi. Longest part of the ground. Not a problem for this young man.
86 meter 6 to get into the 80s. Striking at 170. So it is a slow slope. Suryavanshi isn't going to 170. That's as far as it is. He wish I really should have taken some time for his initials.
David, this time around, the wicket and making sure that he forced the ball into Suryavanshi and then they wanted to play the stroke of the ball. It's a little strike as well.
Every other ball which is not to the mystical conditions. That's a free hit almost for Shreyas Iyer. There was width. Just threw his hands at it. First boundary for the Indian captain.
That's power. Shreyas Iyer. Yes, the width is there, but the error is Spanish. That's the area we're talking about. That because so strong. Extra cover, and that's on the back foot as well.
And before more, we held out yesterday in that region to the off spinner. This time Shreyas Iyer finds the gap.
I think that they really just continue to get with here and they'll continue to be funny. An opportunity for
So they didn't pick it up and take it for two that inch
And of course, the bigger boundary is the offsides. Minus four. Giving Shreyas Iyer the chance to clear the leg side. Nobody's got the feel for it. So while he's producing shipping gaps, which there are plenty, it's just look to the leg side now.
Really surprised me. Actually, what really surprised me is the seasons. I didn't think the seasons. I didn't think I would care about the seasons as much as I do, but I really am enjoying the event that this attacking straight players. I mean, not necessarily gameplay, but I mean, yeah, there are
Just think, because the 50 partnerships come up, 29 goals.
it's just beautiful.
One of the too many for
Really cool to see in the same area, but you know, it's
Now then, opportunity!
it's really
Outstanding catch! Brad Evans shows us how it's done! Zimbabwe celebrated the huge wicket of Vaibhav Suryavanshi. TV umpire might just have to confirm things, but Evans is confident.
If there was anybody who was going to run and put in a dive like that to take an outstanding catch, Brad Evans would be one of them. They will be a check, but what an outstanding effort. And if he's held on to it, what a magnificent catch.
But I'm not very good. If I feel it with you, I take the field, it's a fair clip, and let's go the case, please. Go underneath the field, that's going to be broken. Okay, I'm satisfied. I'm going to make my decision for the screen.
That is a supreme piece of athleticism. Airborne. Catch completed. To end a wonderful innings from Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Got for 81. Get 145 for 3.
I don't know, just I'm really impressed by Vaibhav 16 in this game. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so when we get to this platform, don't forget to grab this chest over here. We're gonna there's some good links that we're gonna hop back. And then if we look to your right, ignore that. We're gonna go through there. We are gonna go through this entry. And let's go work our way down here. And to go down this slope. And then in this area here, you can see we were here earlier, but we were down below. Right down there. So let's keep pressing forward. And nothing to get or see here on the right. We're gonna go through this corner on the left. And let's go ahead and bolt over this and slide
Full
down.
of bump. Just 5
And then
overs
we
to
go over
go.
here to the side, you can see
Ever moving.
there's
In the middle of the
huge
metro.
amount of water down below.
So yesterday.
Across the way, there's a treasure. We're gonna go get the treasure right now. It's not the legendary chest, but this one's easy to just
See the back of Suryavanshi.
the circle. There's two ways you can go. We want to go through this entryway down on the floor, and go ahead and spread it all the way through. And this
Brad Evans.
get us far away
This is
to
an
that treasure.
outstanding catch. Diving, full
Let's
length.
go ahead and
Make sure that he takes the catch and extends the arm so that the elbows are with the mouth and there's no opportunity for the ball to pop out. Brilliant.
Have you guys done anything with
My house here gets annoyed when no one else does it.
You have not done it.
Well, he expects his field of
Fly
stick.
very well.
Because he does it himself. Brad Evans. Probably it was me pulling it, wanting him when he was putting a similar effort to just attempt to catch it first. It's just terrific. Quick signal, I think that's a direct hit. But Shreyas Iyer, the one who initiated the signal and was running to the danger end, he seems pretty calm. We'll have another look.
I'm back director. With the run of the field. And the striker says, let's go to second, please. Okay, we go. Just take it one. Take it back, take it back, take it back. Okay, from there, frame by frame, please. Wait. Don't disclose by the keeper. Wait. Okay, I'm satisfied. The keeper disclosed the doors before the ball won't will establish my decision for the sprint is.
Wasn't a direct hit. I will not give it to you. It's dodging the balls before the ball came in. Shreyas Iyer, it was closer than you would have imagined. So did not crack his slide his bat across. Ball is scheduled immediately.
Smart cricket. 8 acres of space. Once you take the mid-wicket away on that side of the field, talented intent straight away. Just knock it into the gap and knowing that there's an opportunity to come back for 2.
Still such good athletes.
151 for 3 now India. And while all overs at the end of this one, so it'll certainly make a huge surge for that 200 plus mark, right down with that.
Then targeting the gap. Even if it's a miss hit, leave yourself safe territory. Raza, it's come back well after the first overweight ball, first being 2017. We're still a group who seem to come. It's very unsure yet. Choice of symbol all rounder to his absence today. It's wide over from Raza to finish, and now we need more of that. 152 for 3 in there.
Yeah, tough time to come as India look to finish off. Remember it is coming. This is Ahmadi. The asset. They sold. Back easily for a couple. As hard as it is under fire, you have to try and prepare for the onslaught, especially with the time of lasting. And what you want is to be getting better and better and try to deal with it. It just seems in the headlights there's not a lot of clarity when they're going. Wicked. Just be a second. You sometimes just see where bowlers kind of then feel like, oh, can I just finish me over? And the execution, maybe it's a kind of negative thought process, like don't want to do X or don't do X, when your brain has been really positive. You end up doing the very thing you don't want to do. Yeah, your plans for the middle, for the time where it is tough, needs to be clear. There's a big shout from Romani. Flag has been signaled. It's getting it's about a few seconds. It cracks me up. Let me realize. Very far away from the pad. There's that sound maybe, but that's close to the batting gloves. They're running yet again. I don't think everyone's convinced with him after that referral from the, I think the 2020.
Yeah, very much a case of the boy who cried forward. It's difficult as the skipper. They don't know it, and even if something does get spotted, then you think, you know what, I can't go with you because too long. Point on what we played once predicting in competition. Confidence was high, the skill aspect of confidence was high, they were playing in these conditions, and when they didn't have an issue or a challenge, they did find solutions to it. So the way they've gone in those first two T20 internationals will be very disappointing. And you're right, high confidence, still a movement.
And Monkey that was the reverse thing. Reverse swipe. Intentional over the short third. Very well played and very well executed as well.
Oh, was it that late? What the ball again? How was it not late?
Settled under, and there's another wicket. A change up. Into the surface. Jayasuriya, the longest part of the ground, with a big boundary away to his left. As it on top of the bounce tries to get the power through it, but it isn't quite there. Mandeve, as you say, Paul, a very good fielder. Same hands on that occasion. Zimbabwe pick up a wicket. India lose theirs. She's gone for 27, 164. Such a tough job. Strike rate as well. The opportunities are I think it's just short. He's just holding in the surface, but he has to check the shots here, as people say. Subtle change of pace, you can just see how he's not quite there. Just dropped short of Secundaratne. Look at the wicket again. Full cutter into the surface, the length is key. And then the bigger part of the boundary and also safe hands. Waited for such a long time for the ball to get them, and maybe, I was thinking maybe I could have gone a little bit squarer on that occasion. Percentage is rid of in the circle, so we're looking to just chip it over. It's better than that, and it'll get to the bets, but if they're well with their running, it's so important on a big ground. just flowing quite nicely here in the air. Drier pitch today, being used the second time. Even though they sort of dropped themselves into a position where you want 200 again. Decent jump here. Just pull it back a touch. Really good place. Really good. Time the outfielders first. Because it's so big, if they go back and get to that, chasing shadows. And then that delivery was delivered at 106 kilometers an hour. So not a great deal of pace to work with. So there comes the pace in that image right there. Just watch the hands, watch the arms, and then the placement. Make the field empty, but also get the ball to kick on into the boundary. Yeah, nice batting. Leading up the front. Also, skipper. And the youngster. It's on pitch. Look at there, bathed in sunshine. Needing some attention, and so hence the hold up. So many a conference out there, as is the case up here, I guess, with regard to just where they want to be bowling. Make contact. He slips, you watch the keeper as well, he's warm on the ground. Bowler's happy, there's a dot. Three ODIs, so treated to more high quality international side with the team on the shores. Last year there was so much cricket, a lot of test cricket in fact. What we find now with the 2027 men's ICC Cricket World Cup, maybe as an African then always find out in the next 9 months how many more other teams are coming here to our side to get used to the conditions. Know each other pretty well. This is a made that last adjustment and the fact that trying to give himself so much room and follow him and execute.
They're making improvement. The slower deliveries, whether it's in curbing the buses or in actually pricing them out. Just generally. That first day, but even in the second one, I think end up getting carried away with getting the funnels and getting that team going all the way together. Just fine. And the fielder in the deep. Maybe the angle's not quite right. So where it goes.
Yeah, pace on, yeah. Just talking about maybe the slower delivery. This comes onto the van very quickly and that allows racing just to tip it round the corner and use that pace and keep the 5-lane forward. So the big question if the slow balls are working and already seen an increase in the use of it. Why not keep using it? There's an indication yet again, no pace with no control. It's always the gentle climb.
And then slow them down. You guys out there looking at right there. They're getting onto another slow delivery and they're expecting to fall just slow once in this final one. And you have mind to go this. Stay away from the leg side. Always look at the extras from 15 miles and 180, that's one. Well done. That is outstanding. I did say it's a good field that was in the area. That is some super work. Outstanding. Excellent. In the field and also a good presence of mind here. Look full toss is hit well. And have a look at this. In the air, takes the catch and no, there's no chance. Oh, Andy. Oh man, to go back and have a take at this. I think Rafferty could be undoing. That should be 6. Timing just down, that's right.
far as the real is concerned, not the shot. Lots you can do with those pockets. And go quickly, but never stopping to stay committing to the second run. Yeah, everything will be taken off now. Let's get into the outfield, turning one into two. Put pressure on the field and get as many as possible. 2 deliveries to go, yeah. On 219 yesterday, 188 before now, 3 deliveries to go. That's the field that's been set up. Low on, deep out corner. 2 fielders up on the leg side behind square. To skip on those practice wickets. That's 6 minutes. Hit the strike. Just a couple of deliveries to go. And they'll disappear off the ground. There goes one. Is it? Ball now? Not quite. Just the 2. This really is good delivery. It's going to go all the way. But again, the lack of timing. I think after the deep is very quick. Over 2 square. Lots of hand time on that. Keeps it down to just the double now with the final delivery to come. Next to Having to run in and make the judgment with the ball coming out of the spectators on the opposite end. It's a good catch now. Oval toss it in and it's with him in the hot zone. It is a very good catch. Didn't have control of the one that went away for 6. This time diving away to his right and forward. Takes a superb catch. And it ends 192 for 5 from their 20 overs. They'll be happy with that. It's a good score on this surface, which is being used the second time. Zimbabwe will be happy that in that final phase, it's just 47 for the 2 wickets that were lost. So able to pull India back somewhat. Pitch being swept up. There will be a light roll or go over it. It still is a good pitch, even if a little bit slow. Spinners get a great deal of purchase.
What are you thinking of, Yaya?
My thoughts are with my husband. Iwatora was a talented rikishi, and he taught me how to wrestle. I grew very strong under his guidance and patience. The first time I beat him in wrestling, I was afraid I wounded his pride. But he embraced me. We drank sake under the moonlight to celebrate. He beamed as brightly as the moon. He taught me all I know.
Well, don't you very much. Remember, let me start with the catch. How much you enjoyed that Ray rigged out to you this evening? How good was that? Yeah, obviously, he's going to go on to amazing things in his career. Takes to determine something. Is that why sometimes when the other fielders don't put in the time, you see the reactions from different, because you put everything. Yeah, I'm going to much the better. I'm giving everything. Let's talk about things that you have to keep in mind when you have batters like India's lots of face-off deliveries, even when you're rolling inside the park. Yeah, I think so. I think it's taken 3 games too long to walk out with this antidote performance for different batters now. But you know, it's a world-class batting line that is keep coming. Yeah. So you're always up against it, but I love the challenge. I really enjoy it. Well done, well fielded, and good luck with the batting. Thank you very much.
Look at that batting lineup. 81 from 40 now. 29 from 26 didn't quite get away. Shreyas was on his way when he got out. 27 from 18. Then Rinku Singh at the back end, 25 from 14. But it was that final phase with 2 new batters where Zimbabwe managed to pull it back because of taking the strong. Yeah, bowlers under pressure yet again. Skander Raza 1 for 14. Saravani Blessing 1 for 33. 2 for 41 for Evans. We had just heard what he thought about the challenge. And then 1 for 37 from Wesley Madeva, who went okay with the ball.
And so, Zimbabwe need to get 193 if they're to win this final T20 International of 3. We'll take a break and get back to witness the chase.
Halftime at Harare Sports Club in this third and final T20 International between Zimbabwe and India. Australia side of the winning money toss in choosing the back first. Sydney side surrounds on the ball. It was the same surface as yesterday. It wasn't as easy. 192 is above par and more than competitive. Led once again by the teammate sensation Level Suryavanshi, top scoring for India. You could see with the finishing touches. Spanda Raza was made to think about the bowling option. The number of them used was nearly 7, keeping on part-time off spin. 192 is a poor order for the Zimbabwe side to chase. But Bhatt started with the Harare Sports Club and it will once again start. We must then after the last started with Michael Suryavanshi. How good we was. There is a lot as he says,
Yeah, you have to say that because it's the same track and it's definitely slow down to it. And more importantly, when you talk about Level Suryavanshi, again, talk back to the maturity which we show some of the shots that he played in his time, especially against someone like President Muzarwani. And again, he knows that the target him with the delivery, which is trying to contend with it. And when you talk about Level Suryavanshi, everywhere he goes, he lights up that place. Even if he's there for a great movement, he definitely does light up that place. And today too, it's some outstanding shots. You can just see the deep and the wide range of shots that he has, Ronald. Yes, every now and then you will have to give a bit of it to this impetuosity which he has. As a young man, he can make the odd mistake, but that happens. That comes with the territory of being a young man. And as I always keep saying, that someone like him, he will never learn from his mistakes. 81 level 150.
Talk about maturity. Yesterday at the 20th after the winning imposed himself on Bhatt. Did you see, especially in spin today, there's a conscious effort to build an innings to take a bit.
And I just got the feeling that he has the ability to read the spinners. He reads the play, he reads the field. Today there were certain shots where they tried to find the blocker as spinners today, which he hit it so hard down the ground. And then when there was bowlers down and bowlers slightly wider on it, he brought out that switchy to reverse with the ball into play. So he understands what they're trying to do. Every time they move the field, he seems to figure out what they want to do. And trying to contain. I think there is a lot of maturity. Again, as I said, there are times where because of him being so aggressive by nature, he will make that mistake. That's why he's getting 80s and 90s and 70s there. And then falling the crowd, nobody's going to complain.
It's amazing to just admire his shot selection against spin at such a young age. A lot of these shots are not easy to execute, and the fact that we even saw the reverse sweep come out that bit when the off spinners went to attack shows us that he's got that shot.
That's why I mentioned as soon as we started this conversation that I'm just amazed at the wide range of shots and the ability to read the play. And I think it's not just about blind hitting, it's not just about the fact that you can hit everyone, you can hit any ball. It's about reading the play, reading the situation. I think it's probably
Scary thought to be this good at the age of 15. So already the India cricketer will have 2 international half centuries at this age. And now, as the series comes to a close, you can see Bhatt Suryavanshi on top of the leading run scorers list. You think it's there for him now to take the difficulties that Zimbabwe's players have had in this series so far. But goes past Ishan Kishan, strong contender for the player of the series award for the first time in his international career. Suryavanshi 151, including 2 half centuries in this rematch series. Right, and Zimbabwe team, I think it is one of the teams getting ready for a little sit down.
and we're hoping that it stays in. Because they're the ones that builds the series.
Yeah. And as we just look through what Zimbabwe did manage to get right, certainly a disappointing series for Abhishek Sharma. The nature of the wicket tell us about batting conditions today, don't you?
I didn't get you, sorry. I didn't get you.
What is the nature of the wicket skeleton of the surface today?
Look, it's pretty slow. It's pretty slow compared to the previous game. And also, we saw a spell. What did he take it to? 100 in the 11th over. There were 100 in 10.3 in the previous game. And as soon as you start losing wickets, especially at the back end of your batting, it's not easy for the new man coming in to start exploding. And we saw that today. He started batting with a good hand at the end. But it was not the kind of acceleration which you do a day before or the day before. So it was an interesting one for Fernando, especially very nicely, and again, a very important attack that India have. I'm sure they will use that. It's not
A moment of your time. I hope you will forgive my intrusion. I will be brief. Well, for decades, I have run a modest yet lucrative fighting tournament. Though not fully legal. Control of the tournament was seized by a band of cruel, heartless, and most formidable warriors. Not only do they excel in their respective martial arts, but they execute their enemies. And anyone they feel could one day oppose them.
That does not sound like a fair fight.
Which is why I have come to you. I admit I have felt the ripples of your good deeds throughout the country. Your bravery has become renowned. Fight and rid our land of its most depraved warriors, and save me and countless others from servitude and an undeserved slow death.
Hey guys, I'm still in.
That is everything. Please consider my proposal.
Right, well, let's get in some cricket chat now. John Norman is just... Way. Oh, yeah. Well, Spider-Man, No Way Home, brand new thing.
I think we are ready to go. All right, let's go and start taking some stuff that you guys have sent in. Brian Guy writes, I know this is a Marvel discussion. Moral shut. John, I don't know why. When we guessed and speculated and thought about who could play the new Black Panther, I don't know why Dave Johnson made never into my mind. I love this guy. I think he's so talented. And again, I may not love that they're going with T'Challa.
Grant me a moment's rest.
I wish they were just.
We can speak more at the time.
But whatever. It is what it is. Great casting. Absolutely great casting. Couldn't be more excited for. All right. Mike Farino sends in a $20 super chat. Thank you, Mike. He writes, off topic. Again, off topic. But I was rewatching the Infinity War open discussion earlier today, and Anne revealed she had never watched Alien before. Has that been rectified? No. She has still not watched the original Alien. She has seen Aliens, but she has still not watched the original Alien yet. Hopefully, I will get her on that very soon, though. Thanks for writing that in, Mike, and thank you so much for supporting us on that level. Dude, very generous of you, man. Your writes, as a Wrexham supporter, I had to turn on the TV for the match and watch this stream on my phone at the same time. Again, Ryan Reynolds' team that he and Rob McElhenney own, Wrexham, was playing there today. I'm looking forward to going and watching them some more. Julian just sent in a super chat badge to be supportive. Thank you, Julian. As did Ritz Carlton. Thank you. As did EJ Tan, just sent in a $20 super chat to be supportive. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that very much. All right. Georgie writes, Nicolas Cage / Ryan Gosling better be Ghost Rider. Well, we now know it is indeed Ryan Gosling. You know, the reports started coming out about it. And they started to become more and more clear. But again, you just never know. You never know until you actually get to the panel and see what they're going to announce. And again, I couldn't be happier about it. I think Ryan Gosling is going to be a great Ghost Rider. All right, Sam Fisher writes, you mentioned that Magneto's your favorite comic book character? Yes. I don't know if you've ever told us what was in your poll list, so which series did you read? This has been cheating. But my poll list was everything. Because for years I lived with the Bible. A guy who used to was the original Jedi Council show that I did. And he used to do some writing for me on the movie blog. His name's Rodney So. And Rodney literally bought everything. And so he was one of those guys that he literally had an entire bedroom that was just those cases of all the comic books, like stacked to the ceiling. And I would just read everything because he bought everything. And that's why I read just about everything. All right, Alfie sent in a $20 super chat. Thank you, Alfie. And Alfie writes, I love the picture you posted on Anne's cosplay at Comic-Con. Who did you dress up as? I dressed up as nobody. Because I really don't do much cosplay at all. So I didn't dress up as anybody. I'll see if I can bring up a picture. And, great. She dressed up as Judy from Cyberpunk. So see if I can find this picture of her that I got. Looking. I shouldn't be wasting so much time just looking for a picture that I took. But this is a good one of Anne. I like that one. Beside this giant dinosaur head, so that was good. You see, she got the tattoos and everything, which I thought was great. Where's the picture of her whole? Oh, this is a good one. Yeah. So that's my wife's Anne Julia outfit. So that's what she wore around Comic-Con. I, of course, did not dress as anything because I'm bored. So I did not dress as anything. All right. Let's see here. Next up, we have. That's the wrong one. There we go. Joyous. No. Oh, sorry. We got moved around here. 1 second. Lost my spot. Let me try to get caught up here. Sam Fisher, Alfie, and thank you for that, Alfie. Appreciate that very much. All right, Christopher writes, good thing Avatar Aang film didn't get good reviews, or Paramount's decision to cancel the $80 million budget of film's theatrical release. Stupid.
Oh, wait. Here's the thing. You have to decide. You know, I'm not a big fan of Paramount right now. Look, I'm always going to cheer for Paramount. They're one of the big studios, all that kind of stuff. But I just don't know if it would have made the money that it would have cost them to put it out and market it. I don't think it would have made that money back. So I don't know that it was a bad decision, to be honest with you. It's just kind of my thought. All right. Again, wrong button. Next up, Christopher writes, I like Rotten Tomatoes added back showing the average critic rating out of 10 for a film. Again, guys, we're here to really focus. I appreciate that. We're here to focus on the Marvel panel. Ron H. writes, let me get this straight. We are in the cut chair Paul H. announcements. Fine. Any announcements have got to be better than Chair Watch, right? Oh, yeah. Guys, I cannot emphasize how much I thought Chair Watch sucked. Chair Watch was stupid. And I don't there's no defending it. It was absolutely idiotic. They literally could have just put out a piece of paper with the name of everybody and would have gotten the exact same attention, except it wouldn't have wasted everybody's time. I love Marvel, love Kevin Feige, but Chair Watch is one of the dumbest things ever done in history. Anyway, for that question. By the way, I am going to turn off super chats here in about 30 seconds because we've got way too many to deal with. But let's keep going here. Maria writes, thanks for the coverage, guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. And yes, we love covering this stuff. Thank you for that, Maria. Appreciate that very much. Mike writes, they need to announce that Robert Downey Jr. isn't Doom. It's false. Marvel sent me my check. Love the show, guys. This is the first super chat I've done ever on the internet. Well, thank you for that, Mike. Really appreciate that. By the way, can I just say that Agent Coulson, look, I know they want back Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Kevin Feige, that show doesn't test. Like, I know if you knew that, but in Kevin Feige's headcanon, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just simply doesn't test. And I love Clark Gregg, the guy who played Agent Coulson. Even though Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does not exist in Kevin Feige's headcanon, I really think they should have found a way to bring him back. He's such a great character, and I would have actually loved it if they found a way to bring Coulson back. That's just me. Alright. So, back here, talk about the sorry, I took an hour for the projector to be fixed. That's it. They give you a free ticket for it. Ron hates it. I know it is Squirrel Girl. Listen, don't laugh. A lot of people say Squirrel Girl. Remember, Jeremy Strong is an X-Men. Well, again, they didn't really do anything with X-Men related here. Ron H. writes, Ryan Gosling will star in Gus and his gas station reviews about part a new kind of Marvel hero developed by the Russo brothers. Wouldn't that be great? Ron H. also writes, okay, set me serious. Ryan Gosling is James McDonald, Guardian, originally Weapon Alpha, then a Vindicator. Alpha Fight, let's go Canucks. Yeah, listen, as a Canadian, I would love if they did an Alpha Fight. I would, but they're never going to. They just, I wish they would. I'll cheer like crazy the day they ever announce it, if they ever do. That would be great, but I just really don't see them ever doing it. Like, but God, I wish they would. I really wish they would. Kuzin writes, a Doctor Strange 3 movie with the characters that aren't a part of Doomsday being a part of Strange 3 would explain the absence of some characters from Doomsday, which is, your thought process there, dude, is exactly my thought process. When I was thinking that maybe they announced a movie between Doomsday and Secret Wars, and Doctor Strange 3 could be that. And the main reason I thought about that was not just because we've been waiting for Doctor Strange 3, but it would be a perfect opportunity to kind of include characters that aren't a part of Doomsday that you are going to include in Secret Wars, because there are a number of characters that are going to be in Secret Wars that are not in Doomsday. It would have been a really good opportunity to do that. So that's why I kind of thought maybe that's what they'll do. But it is ultimately not what they did. All right, let me get caught up here again. Where did we leave off? Okay, there it was. Good thought, Ron. I thought or not Ron, but Kuzin. I thought the exact same thought, too. All right, Rodney writes, let me pitch you this. Feige on stage apologizes for the Blade thing by announcing Midnight Suns with Oscar Isaac, Kit Harington, and Mahershala. 3 of them are there with director Jordan Peele. The reason I just don't have belief in Midnight Suns, I don't believe there's a market for it. So I was not surprised at all that they did not announce a Midnight Suns. Honestly, it's a niche property. They tried releasing a video game for it, and it didn't sell well. At least to the best of my knowledge, it didn't. I just don't see them doing that. I just don't think the average moviegoer is going to care about it. Now, yes, every once in a while you do something like Guardians of the Galaxy, which they obviously know either, but they had something special. I don't see them doing Midnight Suns. At least not in the next 5 years. But again, maybe I'll be wrong. I just don't kind of see that. So I wasn't surprised at all that they did announce that today. Ron writes, they gave Mahershala a cap with the Blade logo. Not sure what that means. I thought that meant it had to happen. Feige gives you a cap, it's happening. Oh, like the thing that had, yeah. Again, this is going to be. Look, every studio head is going to have projects that don't come together. That's part of the business. But I don't think they've ever had something like this. I mean, this was to not just announce it, but you cap off a Hall H Comic-Con at the Hall H presentation of Comic-Con with, and one more thing, Mahershala Ali is played, and for that not to come together has got to be probably the most embarrassing thing on Kevin Feige's resume. And that's why he himself just said in an interview that he felt like a failure that he wasn't able to bring it back. Now look, this will happen. It'll happen. It happens to every studio, but that was a big one, man. It's not just some random, by the way, we did the Blade movie, it was capping off with, ladies and gentlemen, Mahershala Ali is Blade, and it never happened. So that one's got it. Somebody saying there wasn't Humans. That wasn't a big, nobody really cared. And Humans was never like some big Hall H announcement and blah, blah, blah. And it was something that Kevin Feige never really wanted to do anyway. There was never anything involved that failed to materialize. Like, I mean, it's just the thing. Anyway, let's see. Eli writes, where's the moment? That's serious. At least I died in this adventure. That's a good comment. Todd Anger writes, there's only been one Blade, there's only ever going to be one Blade. You know, I have no doubt there will be. I have no doubt there will be a Blade. I just think that the Mahershala Ali iteration of it, I think they'll go for that as close. But I do suspect that the next 3 or 4 years we will get a more solid and actual Blade announcement, but they're going to have to move on from Mahershala, and I think it's going to be a different Blade at that point. I don't feel that's a fact, because Rachel Knight writes, Black Knight Mark Long. For those of you who may not know, Mark Lawrence once did a Black Knight. That would be the ultimate.
Sounds like I found a fighting game. I've never heard people yell like this.
Sasquatch. I would love to see that. I would love it. Philip H. writes, who will Denzel's character be in Black Panther 3? When news first came out, there was we did this video on it. You can go back on my channel and put a video there. But there was a number of potential, like, particularly villains that he could be. So I would say go and just look up that video on that, because there's actually a number of very, very good candidates for the film. Ron H. writes, for the delay, Marvel needs to queue up the chair. The chair's around. Eric Young writes, they will announce Wonder Man has been added to the list. No, man, that wasn't that.
Victory to Lord
I just finished rewatching Wonder Man. That show's so good. Oh, sorry. No, she rewatched A Night in Seven Kingdoms. She just finished her first watch through of Wonder Man. Literally, last night, she finished with the season finale. And I love that show.
Warriors!
No, there will be no Wonder Man.
Ready, Masaro!
Ron writes,
Lord
I think Doug should watch 2 minutes.
Lord Hoto,
Right. How
Ready,
large
Jose.
is good is
and to our long-reigning champion,
My God.
Lord
I cannot wait
Unkai.
for that to come back.
I
cannot
present your new challenger,
Tin Platinum Reds.
Yasuke
Climax now, Marvel
Giant.
Giant at Paul Age. Today is a good day.
Survive.
And look,
We
I'm
are
seeing a
all
lot of
free.
chatter out there, like people saying, what the hell is that? Like Marvel Hall Age.
I will end up like my
30,
friend.
just over 30 minutes long.
4 one-on-one duels await
I get it.
when you are ready for your first fight.
Kept for like 12, 16 days to get into that meeting. And then they got a little
Luca gave me purpose. No one will take that from
a
me.
lot into that 30 plus minutes, right? Like they brought out not all the cast, but they brought out a huge number of the cast. You had the
Stay still! No one can pass me!
But they did have a lot of stuff in. They did have a lot of stuff in.
Yield. It only quick.
That's awesome, right? That's awesome.
I won.
After that, they thought was going to play one role and they just brought them in another role. They've done that several times. Sometimes within the same movie, sometimes in different movies. The question then becomes who can Mahershala play? And does this make sense when you know the experience and the sound it takes to and like when people just think like there's
Luca gave me
anything
purpose.
else. I don't know.
No one will take that from me.
It's a really good podcast. I just don't know. Because this is like a movie where, you know, Tom Hiddleston was inclined to play Thor. He didn't get it, and then they just made it.
Yield. It only be quick.
Anyway, thank you for sending in the that show is maybe not only to find a time slot in Hall H, you go over your time to show who's boss. Again, so for those who don't know, the program started a half hour late. And that was because the starting
and some tasty sake.
But to be clear, it may not have been Star Trek's fault. If at any time during the day one panel went over 10 minutes, and then that made the next panel start 10 minutes late, and then they went another 10 minutes over, that could have started a domino effect. So it may not have been Star Trek's fault at all. I mean, maybe it was all Star Trek's fault, but I doubt it was. It could have been that the schedule got thrown off much earlier in the day. Maybe. Right. Huey just sends in a $10 super chat badge just to be supported. Thank you, Huey. Appreciate that, man. Comic fan writes, do you think we can get X-Men news at D23? Possible. But the same reason I don't think they talked about X-Men at this one still is in force. They want all focus to be on what's immediately coming next. And that's Spider-Man, that's Doomsday, and now it looks like we got Ghost Rider coming in less than 2 years, 2028, and now Black Panther. So I'm going to guess no. And I also think, since they just focused on movies here at Comic-Con, I can't help but wonder if at T23 they're just going to focus I'm not saying they will, but if they just
Luca gave
say
me
all
purpose.
the stuff,
No one will take that
just
from me.
maybe they do D23 just as the just for the Disney Plus thing. Javier writes, can't wait for the next 5 years. Cheer much to such a miserable. Christina writes, I'm very Bill Ransom's going to start. And, or Tuesday. I don't know. It says interesting that earlier is the analyst.
Yield! Don't make this quick! Stay still!
I only think they will stage. I don't think it actually meant anything. I think they only rolled out on stage to kill two. At least that's what it is. Okay, let's see here.
Yield! Don't make this quick!
I'm excited for Thursday night. You can't do that when movies are open 2 weeks ago. You can only movies that open on the same day. Thanks for thanks for the and by the way, thank you. That's watching.
No one can touch me!
I'm sharing right now. So thank you to everybody. To everybody in the audience, and I said, "You watch eBay today."
Lady
and
Masako is
according
no more.
to Brian Bledsoe,
Victory to Yasuke the Giant!
All right, Perfect Image writes, "What happened to the Ghost Rider from Shield, guys? Shield is not canon to the MCU. It's just it's no, John. We can't have this. I understand, but Kevin Feige made it really clear. Agents of Shield, things that happened in the MCU.
Look
that
upon my
Agents of
blade
Shield referenced. Yeah,
and
because that
see your
happened
death
first.
setting back.
But to Kevin Feige, what the MCU, Agents of Shield is not. That's why
My blade, Lord!
Agatha Alder, not Agatha. So that Ghost Rider does not exist. Which is too bad because it's actually been pretty good. Super Chat Bags, Doomsday looks rather sick. Awesome poster. Hey John, do you think Celebration 27, 50-year anniversary, will be as cool as this? May the Force be with you. You also got on Star Wars Celebration. I think they've been terrible. I don't. I mean, look, tangible
Look upon my blade and see your death setting back.
It really is. As a internet,
Kill you! Your family is next!
Getting confirmation that Doom actually has ties to Reed
and they weren't making him tied to another character like Tony, he does have the relief. Well, yeah, but as Jonathan pointed out during the live stream, they already kind of did that in the original Fantastic Four movie, right? Because in Fantastic Four, when they're at their version of the UN, the camera pans to Latveria's place and the chair is empty. So we already knew that Doom was there, right? That he does have connection with Sue somehow because he's part of her council. So we already kind of knew that. So, and there's some other interesting things that are. All right, Mr. Big writes, please admit that you were wrong. About what? Like, if one of my guesses was wrong, okay, one of my guesses was wrong. I guessed. You have to be more specific, Mr. Big. Let's see. Shane Daniel RPK spoiled the Gosling reveal. Like, is it spoiling? It's just a movie. It's an announcement. Can you spoil an announcement? I don't know that I would spoiling. I don't think that's spoiling. This let's be honest. Spitting.
Is that the best you can do?
Lord Sulu is cheap.
$100.
Victory to Yaskila Giant.
$2 thing, but it is a collector's thing now because it was actually there in the link. I could have spoken. I didn't even think about that. You're right. Eva Mendes is now actually married to Ghost Rider since she was in the first Ghost Rider with Nick Cage. I didn't even put that together. And I'm embarrassed that I didn't put that together. You're right. Eva Mendes, the original Ghost Rider, is now actually married to Ghost Rider. Didn't even put that together. That is
Look upon me!
I'll be crushed to realize that, but that is really cool. Alright. Jackson Dennis writes, Midnight Suns, do you see it with Blade, Strange, Moon Knight, and Ghost Rider? Can we get some background?
You will die trying, giants!
Now, I could completely wrong about that. Maybe they do things with Planet and my guess for is that I get in front of something. Moon Knight was a big Blade was a movie. Ghost Rider has his own movie. They're going to do it. Now, 5 years is in movies.
Big man, aren't you?
Anything's possible. Next up, Cookie Head Price. I respect Marvel and what they presented this evening, but damn, I wish they would have went nuclear now. I mean, yeah.
You won't like how this ends!
But there are some years that they were. They could have. At the end of the day, she got Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is. We got Green
Big man, aren't you?
The guy who made $8.3 billion That's pretty good. There have been bigger ones, there have been better ones.
You will die,
I guess they did that.
giants!
Yeah, people who lied and waited hours and hours and hours and hours and never and got killed by the investigation. I think they got some good stuff. Andy, thanks for bringing that up. Thank you so much for supporting us on that one. Alright, yes, that's right. Ghost Rider Villain thoughts. That's going to be a topic. That's one of the things that
to Yasuke
I thought was the
Giant!
best highlight of that. And I think there's a lot of possibilities there. And I think maybe it is not the most smoothest connection, but that could be an interesting. And I think it would be interesting. All right, thank you for that, Casey. Next up. I'm sure I mispronounced it right. Look, show up too much. Question, how do you think the reboot works post-Secret Wars?
Taste the poison of my blade.
Show the other day. Kevin Feige has confirmed this. They're not rebooting. It's not a reboot. The interviewer asked him straight up, is MCU rebooting? It's not a reboot. They're some alterations to the show. It's starting to be back to all this attention. Most of the that how are they going to be rebooting the universe if they're carrying on all these characters? So, yeah, just to be clear,
Henry's dead!
I hear things like this set, but overall, this Secret Wars is just a really it's not but it's just a continuation. Alright, thanks for that, Tom. Next up,
All to my place!
Very good about that. I think the answer is to bring back his T'Challa Jr. is
Embrace death!
I'm sure he is, but
Embrace death!
So I would go with my initial pure guess.
Osen has poisoned the last roll!
But that is a
Victory to Yasuke Giant!
Question worth some discussion. Maybe that's something we'll have to talk about on the show. That's a very big on the show. Let's see. Next up, EJ Tamarind. So thank you for Ghost Rider in 2028. I will absolutely watch this in 4DX. Let's freaking go. Now I'm your boy. My one downside about this match.
Not about Ghost Rider in general, but about Ghost Rider with Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling. It kind of means that there is going to be a sequel to Starfighter. It will happen that way. At least probably till 2030. So that's my one downside of it, is I would have liked to have gotten a sequel to Starfighter, but alright, next up, Sid Emirates, where they got Ronnie Reyes from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Again, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. not canon. So they don't have to write things that Kevin Feige was very clear about this. Things that happen with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are not canon. Things that happen in the MCU that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will reference, yeah, that's not canon. It happened in the MCU, it happened in all the movies. But yes, to Kevin Feige, nothing that happens in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not. And they put a big explanation on that, I think, for the children as well. So they don't have to retcon anything because that was never on the outside. Alright, let's see here.
Finally, a worthy foe.
All up to me. Hope and Sid, it sends him like a $50 super chat. Thank you, man, so much for that. And he writes, thanks, John, for all that you do. Thank you. We'll miss your show when you retire. Well, I appreciate that very much. You know, I appreciate everybody
I
writing.
cleanse
Just all from this time.
just as you.
It is especially people who have nothing else that they want to just send them and say something. And thank you. And that's really kind of the fact that you did it while supporting our channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Alright. Next up, John is thank you for yelling at the present time. How you put it in a Holocaust survivor? Sorry about that. Not really, not really. I've been saying for years that I can't make a Holocaust survivor. It makes sense for Magneto to be a Holocaust survivor. Not if we're setting the it's
Give me everything you have!
and I see right. But at the same time, you have to be realistic. Magneto would have to be 90 years. You're not going to do Magneto right?
I cleanse.
I'm sorry. But in the original Batman, today, like, you can't have Batman in 2006 not have a image. If you just have Batman in 2006 and 1970. Today as a whole. You just can't. It's aged out. You now what to the character is that as a child he survived and he lost within they can do that. Right, so you can do that. That was 27 years ago. That was 27 years ago. They're going to have to update that. Everything's on Doctor Strange story of superheroes. And again, movies are always done differently.
I can't believe it!
But
It's a match!
if you know the story of Secret
Did it! Lord Liu Kang is
and then Doctor
defeated!
Strange is your
Victory
character,
to Yasuke the Giant!
I think you can rest assured that we're going to get some really good Doctor Strange representation in Secret Wars. So, I don't think he appears at all in Doomsday. I'll say this. To the best of my knowledge, Doctor Strange does not appear in Doomsday. That's not to say that if things were there to needed to at some point in the last few months, but generally speaking, he doesn't have any kind of secret control over Doomsday. But I think it's safe to say you're going to get a good dose of Doctor Strange in Secret Wars. I think that's safe to say. Alright, thanks a lot for that in, Johnny Wright. Even though I couldn't attend Hall H. I got my own Doom's cape and mask by coincidence, so I fit right in when I got shirt.
You have freed us of our
I'm
service.
gonna guess you typed that in very quickly and we're
Thank
fine. That you got a ghostwriter?
Thank you, Lord Liu Kang.
Again, I
Who was
understand
he
it's
to
a
you?
little-
Lord Liu Kang was once a monkey.
Who cares? It's just
When this was a functioning
What
thing,
I'm
or
curious
once
about,
great
Johnny,
man,
is
corrupted
the
by
last
tragedy.
one and how you
and
died? Is it the same one
He
they
seized
gave out?
control
Or is it
of my
different?
tongue.
That would be interesting.
Use it to
Alright,
punish his
first of all,
enemies. No more.
does the Black Panther
Now you are
imply
free to
that
do
we
what
see
you choose.
Hulk
It has
sooner
been my
rather
dream
than
to
later
restore
in
my
Secret
tournament
Wars?
to its former glory. My assistants and I have found
Does
it,
the Black Panther cast
This is all we
imply
know.
that we see Hulk
and it is an
rather
effective
than
way
later in
of
Secret
eliminating
Wars?
problematic warriors.
They know
I
your
don't
new
know
champion will be
if
glad to defend the title against worthy opponents.
Delivering
Maybe you
justice.
meant him. Does Black
One
Panther
fight
cast
at a
imply
time.
we see him
Here,
sooner rather
your
than later in
prize.
Secret Wars?
Perhaps more
No, I don't
modest
think so.
than advertised.
I did
I don't
not
think so.
come just for the
No,
reward.
I don't know anything about it.
Until we meet again,
Comics.
When the time is
My
right,
guess is
Yasuke the Giant, I will find you again.
because I guess they can figure out a way to schedule it for me. But I guess possible. Yes. I have no insider information on it, so I'm just purely as a fan guessing. My guess is no one wants to see it. That's just my guess. Alright. Next up, Jackson. Right. Can't get Solo Blade, but can get Midnight Suns Blade. Maybe that's a show Kevin Feige's teasing. Listen, again, I don't think, purely as a fan, purely speculating, guessing out of my ass, I don't think they're going to do Midnight Suns. But could they, at D23, announce a Disney Plus Midnight Suns show? Could, but I'll tell you this,
I gotta
if they
honestly
do,
look
it
at
will
the-
not include Ghost Rider. I mean, I think we all agree with that, right? Like, you're not going to have a Ghost Rider movie and then dump it on a streaming show all of a sudden, right? So, and by the way, there's nothing that says they have to have, if they do some kind of Midnight Suns, nothing says you have to have Ghost Rider. I mean, there have been different lineups. The Midnight Suns have had different lineups. So nothing says you have to have Ghost Rider. But I think, again, I don't think they're going to do Midnight Suns at all. But it is absolutely within the realm of possibility that they could announce like a series of D23. If it does, I don't think it includes Ghost Rider, and I certainly don't think it includes Blade. But you never know. You never know. You've often been surprised. Let's see what comes. All right. Johnny Wyatt writes again, I got a shirt to go with my Doom mask. Oh, that's what you meant by it. Okay. That makes more sense. Thank you for clarifying that, Johnny. The Tyler Take writes, a funny joke would be that Scott Lang thinks Doom's Kang. Oh, that would be funny. That would be funny. To consider Doom as a replacement for Kang and all that. Oh, God. You know what? I know we're well past it. I know we are well past it. But I still can't get over how badly they Marvel botched Kang. Like, there's a way to introduce a new villain, and they just did everything. And they took what could have been a fascinating, incredible villainous follow-up to Thanos character, and they just botched him at every single step. Like, whether it's Loki Season 1, botched him. Loki Season 2, botched him. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, totally botched them. It just made it so they couldn't.
To the second. Shot 1, 8 done, 67 to 4.
It's going to struggle into an end for that crowd. The complete control doesn't have their own moments and untimeliness in the field. For a short-term Steven Simmons was made an international review. Now it's Ron Sheridan. Just look at his lead. So we should get 13 wickets, 15 for England. You don't have to crowd out as many players with his rare skill set when you got the single all-rounders. Such a hard injury to English without everybody.
I think in the big check you mentioned is William Surge. Because an international wicket or his first international wicket. The rest she got Google today, so he gets the players didn't get to bat. We saw him during the IPL, strong, strapping player, hard hitting. It's about bowling in this international level. How many overs can you give? How often can you be relied upon?
Left was ideal for them at Japanese. We should stop. The shape they took.
Fascinating, incredible villainous follow-up to Thanos character, and they just botched him at every single step. Like whether it's Loki season 1 botched him, Loki season 2 botched him, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania totally botched him. It just made it so they couldn't possibly move forward with the character, and it's really unfortunate because that could have been an awesome character. By the way, I'm not surprised with somebody saying the Doomsday footage leaked. Not surprised. I'll go look for it later. Hopefully they don't pull it too fast.
I'm just saying.
Be your dude.
this month, the Trump administration announced that, after a year-long Section 301 investigation, the US would be imposing a 25% tariff on most Brazilian imports. In that investigation, the first item on the list of American complaints wasn't about tariffs or trade barriers, as you might expect. Rather, it was about digital trade and electronic payment services, a reference to a payment processor called Pix. The setup of the Brazilian central bank is a cheaper alternative to companies like Visa and MasterCard. So, in this video, we're going to explain what Pix is.
These grain mussels are popular food across Indonesia. The baby they come from is full of mercury, lead, and sewage that's slowly killing the mussels. Now, divers like Betadine can't easily find them. To survive, living fishermen are turning to predatory online lenders, sometimes based in China and the US.
Apparently, Samsung makes a smartphone that they never talk about, and it's time to find out why. It's called the Galaxy X Cover 7 Pro, which I assume means it has some extra cover, making it more durable than their usual glass-covered flagships. And what's this? A removable battery in 2026? To the those of you born after the second millennium, a removable battery was basically the standard way to build a smartphone back in the day, right up until Apple started ruling their phone show in 2007. What's wild though is that even with a removable battery, this X Cover 7 Pro is still IP68 watertight, meaning it can be immersed in 1.5 liters of water for 30 minutes and most likely still be fine. We have them deep in light. To be fair, technically this X Cover 7 Pro was released last year in 2025, but since this series of rugged construction-grade durable smartphones only gets updated every 2 or 3 years, this one is still a relevant model for this year as well. It does cost about $600 though, which seems rather excessive, and the screen scratches at level 6 with deeper grooves at level 7, meaning it's made from glass. Glass is glass, and glass breaks though, so factor that in for your construction site usage. Interestingly enough though, screen replacements only cost $22. The glass screen also sits over the 13-megapixel teardrop selfie camera. This films in 1080p, and the glass screen is inlaid down inside some rubbery plastic frame material, which will help protect it from rust. The fingerprint scanning power button is stretchable. The volume knocker is removable in the typical Samsung fashion, and up here at the top we have some noise-canceling microphones and a fully programmable button. Right now it's set to trigger the back flashlight, but it can be configured to anything or any app. There's a second, much larger programmable button on the side, which can double as a walkie-talkie or so you per day if that's what you're into. It can also be programmed to open up any other app on your phone, like Newsweek. This button is not moving. Down at the bottom, we have our pretty abysmal 15-watt USB-C port and stereo loudspeaker, but we also have 2 contact pins, which apparently can be used to charge the phone without the USB-C port. It just has to be docked into some kind of root charger of some kind. It's built for fleets. Now, one massively missed opportunity for Samsung, though, is this back panel. It's removable, and it costs about $10 to replace, but it also could have been more useful. With some markings to measurements in inches or centimeters, the current design is overly aesthetic instead of pragmatic. There could have been some unit conversions, time zone math, symbol calculators, or even a simple inch or centimeter ruler for measuring things. Construction tools for a phone built for construction. You can always add your own markings, obviously, but it would be a tad more precise than the original factory. As to our cameras, we do get 2 of them this time around, at least on this Pro model. The top is our 8-megapixel ultra-wide, and the bottom is our 50-megapixel main camera. Then there's 2 single-tone LEDs with a flash and a flashlight. Speaking of construction sites and factories, I have some really big wheel building machines showing up at my wheelchair factory near Ushia, and I need to clear up some space here in here. So lucky for you, 12-pack of jerry can water is now just $3 when you use the discount code THIRSTY. Water inside an aluminum can has a 5-year shelf life if kept in a cool, dark place, so keep a pack or two stored away for an emergency. And thanks for supporting the channel. FreePricing.com with discount code THIRSTY. Speaking of water, fire reveals the real reason why the screen replacements are so inexpensive. We can tell the 120Hz 1080p display is an LCD screen, and not an AMOLED screen by the way the pixels go black and turn off from the heat. LCDs aren't bad, obviously, but knowing now that the screen is LCD, the $600 price tag seems a little more egregious. Making our way over the side-mounted fingerprint scanning power button, even with copious amounts of scratching and damage to the button, it's still able to read my fingerprint just fine. So for now, the next question we aim to answer is if the removable battery and non-glass slab back panel make the phone less virtual sound. The answer is kind of. The Xcover 7 Pro does flex more than the normal Samsung, but it also still does not crack key code catastrophically.
A recent report by a CNN correspondent visiting Seoul described being turned away from 2 restaurants simply for trying to dine alone. Single-person households now account for over 36% of all homes in South Korea. In a country where more than 1 in 3 people live alone, solo dining has become an everyday reality. Yet, surprisingly, roughly 1 in 7 restaurants in the heart of Seoul still turns away solo diners. When our reporting team recently called 100 restaurants across the city, 15 of them were to serve a party of 1.
많이 조절을 다 드셨으면은 나가라고 되게 많이
남자친구가 이제 저를 기다리는 상황이었고 기다리겠다니까 같이 입장해라 그래서 빨리 갔던 기억이 있어요.
Restaurant, they told me I couldn't sit at a table of 4 people for only 1 person. And then Samgyeopsal restaurant, I ordered 2 sets of meat, even but they said the minimum is 3.
Korean barbecue. Usually they ask to order at least for 2 people if you're going alone. But at the time I didn't know that. So this time you can order, but you have to eat fast. Here, I eat faster. Kind of feel that pressure.
So why are restaurants so reluctant to serve solo diners? We spoke directly with restaurant owners to hear the perspectives.
해준 일이 안 중요한 건 혼자 오셔서 너무 오래 계시면 부담을 느끼는 저희 매장 노동장이랑 괜찮은데 매장이 작거나 테이블 저희 매장들이 클 것 같아요. 손님들이 자유롭게 식사할 수 있도록 환경을 만들었어요. 점심에는 아무래도 직장인들이 같이 오시는 경우가 많거든요. 1인 손님들이 이미 식사를 하고 계셔서 1인이 나눠하시거나 자리를 옮겨가려고 하는 경우가 있어요. 매장 규모나 그거에 따라 통과하기 하기 힘든 상황이 있을 수 있기 때문에 공감을 하고요. 단위가 너무 좋은데 쓰기 때문에 갖고 있는 것이 너무 좋고
That was the heartbreaking confession from Sasaki Hiroki.
who runs a family pear orchard in Ukiha City, Fukuoka Prefecture. At this time of year, the trees should be heavily laden with seasonal pears, but
ここぐらいからだと全部70本中50本入力する。
between July 12th and 17th, an estimated 5,000 pears were stolen, with damages totaling around 2 million yen. The orchard grows several varieties of pears, but the thieves targeted only the Kosui variety, which was scheduled for harvest very soon. The farm had already received numerous orders for Japan's midsummer gift season.
いや違う。これ8入れて4、5人いれば3日でどうやって箱を運んだんですね。すごい手で運んですよ。
This isn't the first time the orchard has faced large-scale theft. In July 2025, over 6,000 Kosui pears were stolen right before harvest.
全部。ちっちゃいの少しあるんですけど。
The loss of their primary summer income made it impossible to pay employees, driving the company into bankruptcy. Still, determined to save the family orchard that has been passed down for generations, Sasaki restarted pear farming alongside his parents. As a countermeasure, they installed motion sensors with alarms and erected fencing this year. However, tragedy struck again.
Chinese stuff. Major thefts 2 years in a row. He made a painful decision.
本当申し訳ない、これも不甲斐なかった。一番何が悔しいって俺の中で記録してもらうんですけど、来年もしないの僕を変異します。ましてや絶対やめるので、でも何かしたんですけど、本当にもうちょっと我慢の方に行って健康したので、なかなかそんなように誠実。
The theft took place in a mountainous area with few security cameras. Sasaki has filed a police report, and police are currently investigating the case as theft.
When I was in graduate school,
the surface is just looking at two different cheese innings. At much more impressive than it was again. Action would be off. Still with a sharp catch once more. Friends there, Dylan. We do hope you've enjoyed the coverage. It's been a fun ride across the world. Sub-Saharan Africa, subcontinent, United Kingdom, Australia. That's a bit of a shock from both. They breach the boundary drums. Cheer from the crowd here in Harare.
It's not often that you see the lion bull show aggression through this part of the ground, extra cover. Wow, he smashed that. Great shot. It's what we need.
taken to its extreme, beyond what was once real. What does the next chapter have in store? What will be won? What will be lost? X holds all the answers.
Black Tower and Solid Power. All proclaim the beginning of death. I ask this question. Are you going to simply accept this situation? You're about to play Beyonce or not? Before I even know, you're going to use it. It's fun to confess. It's more shameful than anything. It should never stand back up after being defeated. I am mighty. A beacon for a counterattack! It's time to awaken! Let out a fighting noise! You must not wake up when you're trapped in us! Basically, what I'm like these guys, we'll just say this next time. Whatever we do, we'll fight many.
Hello? Hello?
Let me guess, they have my reverse lead. Is that what this is?
Well, now that you mention it, I did get a bit swept up in the excitement when everyone started marching over here for the start time.
I hope them a moment totally resist, you know?
A fair point. I will admit that one was on us. Were you told? That's a surprise. And after working yourself up so much, too. Poor little kid. I knew we could count on her. They're pro-natives in the Ace after all.
Yeah, it's finally time for us to see some real revenge taken against the Cross family. It looks like Secret Nana Hero from Team Pendragon will be the first players to take on 3 and 4 Cross in a battle today. Meanwhile, on the substage, we've got another battle brewing. It appears Yoko QB from Team Ninetales has challenged 8 Cross.
Using that old bit again. What a waste of time. You guys seriously aren't looking towards the future at all.
Steal past and create the future.
What's this?
It means you should go into the future, but also be considered the best to learn from the past. The past holds so much, because of wonderful lessons. You should really take a look at the past with me.
Don't make me laugh. Face the future and fall apart.
Not even a good word.
Wait. Are you starting without me? What's the big idea?
Life-size videos, big time fun. It's Kaku Channel. Alright, you've all seen my video about countermeasures, right? The pro players you see gathered here today are those who can stand and regain courage when watching my video where I bravely march straight to the Cross family hideout in the upper ends. That's right, this is the Pokemon Alliance. Today's video is entitled Summon Pokemon Alliance, big version that cheers for Yoko Kyubi. My Rush Fox, the thing I created, completely demolishes the Cross family in a battle. Alright, Pokemon Alliance, let's go. I want to hear you all cheering loudly for Yoko Kyubi.
Guess they must have been able to find it. We're so happy for you.
And it looks like they've done some work adjusting it too.
Even if they did something like that, there's still no way she can defeat us.
Triple
Tijuana, we're being underestimated.
We are. I know what she's doing, pretending to be Fighter X.
I seriously think she could go up against both of us at the same time.
I think we need to remind her of her device.
Let's be ready.
What does she think she's doing? A 2-on-1 balance.
Really? You gave her first spot?
The same reason
strengths of Persona, the king should listen to these crowds. Persona's the strongest of the yes, they're the super champions here. So they're the king. And it should go without saying that Team Benjamin is also the king in the Slash Hour. However, Secret not a hero can be very useful things. A king's determination must be kept. Did she say triple power?
Well, Secret Knights. Why instigate that like that?
Secret just watched Jackson develop as a previous teammate of his, and also as the current champion of the Slash Tower. It's possible that she's feeling like she simply can't lose.
You customized your bay into a balance type.
Right. It's a balance version.
Alright.
I forgot. Maybe your capabilities in a balance types.
Showing off your intelligence focus next time.
But I've seen everything you have to offer. You know, they gave it your all in our last battle. There's something decisively different this time around.
This time for Cupid and the support of the Superstar stream.
Let's get back to commentating. I'm counting on you, Bakun Alliance. I want to hear you cheer. Go, Yoko! You can do it!
Coordination.
Wonderful use of free spinning penalties. You've gotten better since last time.
But it's still nothing compared to what Ginro could do.
So what were those lessons you learned from the past anyway? All I've seen is the same old, a one-trick pony.
before.
I'd say it's time, and you agree.
I'm right there with you before.
Swallow it whole.
Vermil!
Finish this, Russell!
Go now, extreme depths! Solar burst!
Now go for hyper boost! Solar fly!
Here he comes! Looks like you must have forgotten how you lost last time. Go, extreme dash! Curious direct! Let's put this on pause! Mirage clock! Welcome to the realm of the Cross family. What you see is the future. Their coordination is
This can't be it.
impossible. That was Seared's plan. She was after this all along.
Do it.
She's using us?
The stiff souls.
Show what you can do, Secret!
Boil over.
Now, go, Hot Wolf!
Extreme dash.
Ebony, strike! Hunt Wolf, with a knockout finish. Secret Nuna, hero wins!
She just went into a one battle.
May I customize for her? There's no way Secret could lose.
Hyper boost. Vanishing time. No way. Let's go for it. One more time. All right now, enchanted. Rush box. Extreme dash double. Fire! Time bends to our will. Impossible.
Rush Fox, with a first finish. Yoko QB wins! Marvelous, excellent, amazing! A battle like that's once in a lifetime! At a time like this, that's what number 0 would say! The pro players today claim the magnificent victory!
Seriously, he changed himself into a balance. I watched you have it, both times. I watched your battle with my mentor, and your battle against Player X. After that, I knew how to win. Secret knew that you two would try and coordinate a big attack together as a final blow.
So she endured in the beginning to conserve stamina. She was looking for the perfect time to break your coordination. I didn't know you would be. The last time we saw you, my stamina did.
What you just saw is my blaze.
There's no way. How did you come back?
Washflex has now
This is the limit, let's go. It unlocks 100% mental attention. This one does the opposite. It makes you
James going slows all the way into bits. Early in the battle, Rushbox will make consecutive attacks with its small hands. Then it increases its power to match the pace at which the opponent moves its stem. It increases its power. And then reload. A major clash with its final tail knocks the opposing game off balance.
You targeted my base center? Why you?
Yep, everything was like a boxing match. You start with some small jabs, gradually shifted to heavy punches, and then you swerved it.
There's no way. You could never pull that off.
Preparing to counter me this way was not a simple task. I studied all that I could until there was no longer any doubt in my mind that I would win. I watched so many times that I got tired of it. Of course, I didn't do all this by myself. Hawkins helped us fight.
Yeah, that's right. It's because of me that you're going victorious in today's battle.
Sorry, but you just gotta have good focus.
Yes, just as expected. They showed everyone just who they are. Pro players of the X. Yeah. Got any comments? The pro players of the X emerged victorious over the Cross family.
Not quite. Results are out yet. Attention! All pro players watching this broadcast, or rather, all of those who support the X players of the...
Hello. 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 The 607 room, there is no water. Okay.
Borders alike! It should be obvious now that those two victories. We can make use of even our defeat. There are lessons to win against the Cross family. Our pro players, the true pro players, never give up. You all saw those battles today. Was there any part that could be described as monotonous? Xenon City, does it require destruction and rebirth? You are well played, we know it alone. We will bring you on. Some battles. Now, accept my challenge. Or will you run? Will you curl up your tails and hide away? Just like a pair of scared little kittens. Let me join! Let me join! You will find Cross!
Listen up, players. Raph Jackson Cross. You and I are gonna have a battle.
blading world has been taken to its extreme, beyond what was once real. What does the next chapter have in store? What will be won? What will be lost? Death holds all the answers.
Last tower and solid tower. All pro players affiliated with Death. I ask this question. Are you going to simply accept this situation? Hero Cross was playing a Theon City has become the knot. The brave and soul. You must not betray those who have placed their trust in us.
The future nobody knows. The blading world has been taken to its extreme, beyond what was once real. What does the next chapter have in store? What will be won? What will be lost? X holds all the answers.
Attention, all pro players watching this broadcast. Request all those who support the X players and supporters alike. It should be obvious now to those who victims. Make use of even our debate. There are limits to win against the not this.
Fight Cross! Crafter versus Crafter. If I defeat what you're coming back with me to true race, she'll become me for the experience. They're not so fast. Look at you interacting with me. What happened? You have no idea what you can do with experience. That's really bad. This is between Cross family members. I appreciate it if you can draw this off. No, wait. That's not what Jackson did. And it's sort of shady experiments. We gotta make up this something together. Whatever we battle against is all the same as a team. You guys knocked it off over yet. I know. That's multi. That means I know where we're going. Think about it. All of this money battle is fine, right? And at the same time, that's what I want. Thinking back to your ass. I think you might get to that honestly. Were you listening to me at all? This is cross-family business for the cross-family family. You guys never come together. You're always separated. Are you sure you're really a family? Or are you guys more just playing the part? Well, hey, if you need me, you know where I'll be. Sushi games, you guys show. You got it. Embarrassment to a mother prospect. That's enough. You've gone way too far. Come on, I'll take you on myself. That's fine, brother, right? Yeah, sure. Jackson suggested that, so you must have some kind of ability. Who am I kidding? You mean Jackson upset him? If he really gets me, afterwards we can battle Jackson since he's your target. But if I eat you, you're gonna be good and head back home. No way, who's against her anymore. I've got a date in a multi-man-a-year from Team Priscilla. Seems the only point was to remember the names of people of more importance to me. Well, if that's how it's gonna be, whether you care or not, I'll just use this battle to etch my name into your memory. This will be a one-on-one match with a single launch. Pretty heavily emotionally with you. I watched some of your battles. One's with Haku. And personally of yours is an interesting day if you ask me. The lady uses high centrifugal force in order to transform him back. I couldn't even come up with a design like that one. I honestly think it's amazing. Compliments from Gravecraft are stuck in the past that mean nothing to me. I believe I care all of these things. That attitude. You're the little bit of the worst thing about it.